This Fleet Equipment Unscripted interview is presented by Hendrickson, a leading manufacturer of heavy-duty suspension systems and components to the global commercial transportation industry. Visit hendrickson-intl.com to learn more.
Hey everyone, Jason Morgan, Content Director for Fleet Equipment. Welcome to Fleet Equipment Unscripted. We're at TMC, we're stopping by the Bridgestone booth. They've had a couple of tire announcements here, packed with ENLITEN Technology. We're going to find out what that is. They also announced Service Dispatch Solution, and we're going to dive into that. Come along. All right, Robbie, so you have a number of tire launches here at TMC, all kind of related to the ENLITEN technology. Can you tell me what that is?
Sure, Ken. So ENLITEN's our next generation of technologies that really expand our performance capability to new levels for each application in the tire industry, while providing sustainability impact as well.
Okay. How does that translate? So you got some tire releases here for last mile and mixed fleet operations. How does that technology support those types of applications?
Yes, the ENLITEN technology helps us focus, as I mentioned earlier, for each application. So it provides the attributes in terms of wear, traction, retreadability, and rolling resistance, each segment providing enhanced performance in those attributes.
Yeah, because I mean, now again, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a little bit since I've talked about this, but there's in tire development and compounds and tread, I mean, it's that balance between efficiency and wear and trying to get the best of both worlds.
Correct.
Right?
And, historically, there have been trade-offs between the two. With this new ENLITEN technology, as I mentioned, would expand our performance without those historical sacrifices that may have been made in the past.
Right, very cool. A lot of conversation here about regional haul as well and some tire options for that. How do you view that segment? Is that a growing segment? Are fleet customers talking about it more? What's your take on regional?
Yes, definitely regional is growing, both kind of mid-mile and our traditional regional. That's why we're excited here to launch our new product, the R273, focusing on those applications, providing improved wear, improved durability, is also improving rolling resistance for those fleets that need that.
What are those specifics for the regional haul? How is it different from a typical line haul, long haul
Yeah,
tire?
a lot of different applications, a lot more turning, twisting, so you need to design your tire with the right compound for that, as well as additional features within the tread pattern to maximize that performance for those applications.
Okay, so we got two new products here in the booth. Why don't you show me around?
Okay, great. Yes, as I mentioned, very excited to be here today introducing our R273. Will be our first major launch of ENLITEN technology. Features new compound, new tread design for improved wear, additional low resistance compounds, and our new casing design for improved rolling resistance. Very targeted for our urban, regional, and super regional fleets. As we see those segments continue to grow and want to provide the customers with the product they need to maximize their performance. Also, very excited to launch our Duravis M705, launching the fourth quarter of 25 as well. Very excited here to launch this product, kind of mixed pattern design for improved wear over our existing product, as well as providing additional traction, as well as all-weather performance, being three-peak mountain snowflake certified. Again, really targeting that growing P&D segment as well as last mile, offering that in our traditional 19.5 sizes in October. In addition, to follow with that, we'll have our complementary retread, a B705, targeting the launch early 2026.
Do you find that customers in those segments, do they understand the retread value? Is that a story that you have to really explain to them?
Yes, so the traditional P&D, some of our major fleet customers really do understand the value and the value prop that the retread provides with that. So we're looking to expand that even further to this growing last mile delivery segment that we see that's a very growing segment in our industry.
So that last mile, right, you can get into some tighter conditions on the road and all that thing. I know casing integrity is super important with retreadability. Any concerns there in those applications?
No, from no concern for that. Again, we've done that for a long time, 60 years plus, in the bandag. So just expanding that to a new segment where they're looking for that value as we see that growing. So really just focusing maybe more on the pattern design to kind of feature that all performance, providing both traction and wear to that. So we're very excited about that with the new tire as well as the complementary retread to go with it.
So in addition to the tire announcements made here at TMC, you also have Service Dispatch Solution being announced. Can you walk me through what that is and what fleets should expect?
Yeah, absolutely. We're really excited about what we're building with Service Dispatch, which really is a digital piece of software that allows our fleets to connect more efficiently to our service provider network for emergency road call events, and then scheduled maintenance. This is a solution that I'll kind of walk you through real quickly that was, it's built by Bridgestone, but it's designed really importantly with our fleet customers and then with our dealer partners. And that allows us to make sure that their experience is really the center point of what we build out. And we've also looked at our own internal applications, looking for ways that we can create some efficiencies, reduce some of the redundant entry that a lot of our customers face. We're all doing more with less. For us, this is about how do we help our service providers provide a better experience to our fleets and get those drivers up and running as quickly as possible. And so you see here, part of our example is really just making it really easy for a fleet customer to be able to let us know what is the nature of their problem. We integrate, importantly, with the Bridgestone catalogs that allows us to very easily bring in whatever tire size and tread preference that are that's the nature of the breakdown. And this is an example where we copy over from the inside and the outside position and make it really easy for a fleet within 50% less clicks to be able to dispatch a service event. Importantly, what we're doing is fleets are really interested in a couple things. They want to get their vehicles up running as quickly as possible, and they want Bridgestone to comply with what their the requirements are for service. All of that information exists in different databases within Bridgestone, and so we've integrated this solution with those databases to make sure that we take all that information and it comes along with the actual event. And so to give you kind of an example of what that looks like in real time, this would be an example of a road call event where we're bringing in required information. If we already have it, we post it in green. If it's required to be able to still satisfy that event, it's in black. And then we bring over any special instructions required. So all that visibility helps our service providers be able to comply with fleets and then provide a better experience. And just real quickly, you'll see, how we're bringing over the information. It's also posted and available on a companion mobile app. And so we have a work stream that just walks our technicians step by step from the time that they arrive on site to a vehicle that needs service until the time it's completed. And we provide visibility that allows all of our stakeholders, the driver, keeping them informed, the dispatcher, our technician, and our service provider of where this event is in the workflow. And quickly over here, just some different comments. So there's in-app communication as well too.
Between the fleet customer and the service.
So we talk about our stakeholders. Primarily what you're looking to do is how do I get my driver and my technician together as quickly as possible with the least amount of steps, right? Now, there's other people that want to understand what's happening, our service provider, our dealers, and then obviously our fleet dispatcher, but the primary stakeholders that really make this magic happen is a better experience for our drivers and our technicians.
Well, yeah, and the visibility, it answers those questions without having to track it down and, I don't remember.
Yeah, are we there yet, right? Think of famously Domino's Pizza app tracker, and being able, we become as a society with technology, we want data, we want information, and that helps the experience overall by just knowing where they're at and keep constant communication back and forth. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Hey, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you so much. Appreciate it.